Don't travel on a public holiday in China. But if you have to, I'd recommend you avoid the tourist hotspots, skip the megacities, and search out some hidden gems. Trenjo isn't a city that all too many foreigners have heard of, but surely that's about to change. With its walkable streets,
you can walk everywhere here,
serene temples,
and it's just really chill.
Unbelievable architecture.
It's absolutely incredible.
Rich history.
It was China's most vital port.
And friendly aunties.
So cute.
This might well be the South Coast's best kept secret.
Now, Trenjo is a city that isn't on a lot of people's radar, and to be honest, it wasn't on ours either until we decided we need to see some more coastal cities in China.
So we thought we'd come to Quanzhou and see what all the fuss is about.
Okay, so the first thing that hit me was the architecture. Owing to the city's long maritime history, traders from Asia to Arabia have settled here, bringing with them a diverse range of building styles and techniques.
Wow, this is beautiful. Looks like a very photogenic wall, doesn't it?
Hint, hint, take my photo, Jack. The use of local granite blocks make these walls super strong, whilst the red Minnan bricks allow the wall to flex during earthquakes and hot weather.
And it's like alternate brick, stone, brick, stone.
And together, the geometric repetition reflects harmony, structure, and Confucian ideals, apparently. Which leads us to...
First up on our whistle-stop Trenjo tour is a cheeky Confucian temple.
The temple itself feels confidently understated, but if you have a look up high, the roof is full of ornate, beautiful details.
Confidently understated? What does that mean? Is that reference to you as well? Are you confidently understated?
This guy, honestly.
Oh, this temple feels very serene, doesn't it? There's lots of green around it. And when you look at the rooftops, you can see more trees. The fact that it's a Saturday and a public holiday, you think it would be really, really busy. But we can't stay here for too long, unfortunately, because we've got lots to see here in Trenjo. So let's go. Wow, this street is so vibey. I feel like I'm in the southern version of Beijing's Hutongs. I'm in the southern Hutongs. Southern Tongs? Sutongs? I'm in the Sutongs!
We'll come back to the southern Hutongs later, and no doubt Jack will make me read out a voiceover all about their history and how they came to be.
Oh, it's so cool, isn't it? I just feel like all the buildings here in Trenjo are just really, really aesthetically pleasing. It's a very beautiful city.
This is partly due to the city's Islamic past, which we'll learn more about. But first, I need a drink, because it is hot today.
Let's have a cold orange juice. Sit in the shade. 多少钱?
15.
15.
哎呀，你那中文说得很好。
谢谢，我说一点中文。Just what we need, some vitamin C.
甜甜的，酸酸的，是吧？
She said it's sweet, sweet and sour, sour.
Yeah, amazing.
And she's exactly right. You know what? We've not actually been feeling the best recently, have we? I think we're both a little bit under the weather.
Yeah, definitely.
But luckily, China is always coming through with the tasty drinks to keep our blood sugar levels up.
Tasty drinks, lots of fresh fruit, getting the vitamins in. We're trying really hard to still be out there and make some videos. But these kind of things, they're what keep us going throughout the day. Shout out to the orange lady for rescuing me from about to pass out by giving me a nice fresh orange on the street.
Oh, she's giving you a top up.
Oh, bless her. So you need this vitamin C. Ah, 谢谢.
谢谢.
cute. Looking after me.
So if you are traveling in China and you're feeling a little bit under the weather, you can always count on the aunties taking care of you. Even if you're far away from home and don't have any family to look after you, the aunties will always keep an eye out for you.
And the kids are always super cute too.
Apple.
Banana.
What's this?
Orange juice. Orange juice.
Yeah, well
So
done.
I'm from China.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. 很高兴认识你. Well, that was incredibly cute. He came up to you and was like, wow. 老外.
Anyway, we can't sit here all day, so
Next up on our cultural tour of Trenjo is Qingjing Mosque.
wow, stunning. I'm just gonna sit down and let Jack hit you with some facts.
So at one time or another, members of all the world's major religions, and some of the more niche ones too, have called China home. You'll find Christians in Yunnan, Buddhists in Tibet, Jews in Shanghai, and Muslims all along the ancient Silk Road, and, of course, places like Trenjo. But you're probably thinking Trenjo wasn't a stop on the old Silk Road. Well, you'd be absolutely right. But it was China's most vital port during the times of the old maritime Silk Road, which is something that I'll get Nico to explain via voiceover because she'll do a much more succinct job and you guys don't want to listen to me ramble on for 5 minutes.
Okay, here goes. The Maritime Silk Road was a vast network of sea routes that connected China with Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and beyond, facilitating the exchange of goods, cultures, and ideas for over 1,000 years. Chinese silk, ceramics, and tea were traded for spices, gems, and glassware, helping shape the early global economy. At the time, Trenjo was one of the world's busiest ports and a key gateway between China and the rest of the world. Phew! Let's get back to exploring.
So when I'm exploring a new city, my absolute favourite way to get around is by foot. You know, I'm not a big fan of having to jump in a DD or get on a bus every time we want to go see a different site. Fortunately for me, Quanzhou is very, very walkable. All the sites are pretty close together, especially in the city centre. One thing I would say though is just watch out for bikes because there's a lot of people on e-bikes and you know, they're pretty quiet. So just make sure you look twice or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times before crossing the road to make sure that no one comes out from your blind spot and knocks you over.
Wow, that took a dark turn.
Man, there's just so much cultural diversity here in Trenjo. There's one temple, and literally, there's the next one.
This one's obviously a lot busier though.
Oh, no, just a little bit. Wow, it's no wonder. Look at the roof. Top tip, guys, whenever you go visit anything around the world, always look up, because sometimes you'll miss the best bits if you don't.
Well, I for one am very, very glad that Nico reminded us to look up because I've got to say, that might well be the most ornate roof on any temple that I have seen during my entire time in China. It's absolutely incredible. It's colourful and it's just so intricately carved.
The Tonghui Temple was lovingly constructed in honour of 2 of China's most revered military figures, Guan Yu and Yue Fei. During the time of the Maritime Silk Road, sailors would come here to pray for good luck before setting sail. And as you can see, this tradition lives on into the modern day.
I'm not religious myself, but I do appreciate this many people coming together on a public holiday to undertake a ritual that clearly means a lot to them. And what a beautiful location and backdrop for them to undertake this ritual. In fact, my only concern is that this many people burning incense so close to one another might be a little bit of a fire risk. Thankfully, there are people on hand to take away the used incense and there are fire precautions I have noticed, so we should be safe. I hope.
Whew, I think we need to lighten things up a bit.
Oh, 这个很可爱的。So we just met a very friendly subscriber of ours called Sim, who introduced himself. Really, really nice guy. He's actually come here from Singapore via way of Malaysia, or Malaysia via way of Singapore. Anyway, he told us something super interesting. He said that a lot of people from this area have historically migrated to around Southeast Asia. Once they were set up and managed to earn a fortune, a lot of them then sent money back to build grand temples. But they didn't just send money and resources, they also brought some Southeast Asian influences. That's why the temples look so vibrant compared to those you'd maybe see further north in China, which are a little bit more minimal. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Honestly, it feels so good to be back here editing some China vlogs again. A lot of you have actually been asking us what we have been doing during our 7-month break. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain today. First, I've got a very annoying doggo who is pestering me for a walk, so let's take him outside. What? Good boy, yeah. So in the past 8 years or so of making videos on YouTube, we've always struggled to make this channel financially sustainable. So over the winter, we spent a load of time freelancing for other people, trying to save up money. And Nico was working very hard on a very special project that she is far too modest to tell you about, so I am going to do it for her. No, this wasn't in the script, mate. Stop it. Dog life is not all they tell you it is. Now, as a travel planner, she helps loads of people plan personalised trips to China, but in this case, she wanted to do something that was a little bit more affordable, something that can help everybody to travel to China like a local. And that's how the China 101 ebook was born. So as you guys know, things change so fast in China. So unlike a traditional guidebook whose listings will be out of date within a month or two, Nico will help you to set up your phone so that you can travel like a pro. You'll be able to find the best restaurants, the best hotels, the best transport options, all by yourself. What do you reckon, Sid? Yeah? Yeah. So if you do consider buying the book, then not only will you be helping us to make even more videos for you guys, but you'll also get something super cool in return that I think is an absolute gem of a resource. Anyway, I am waffling now, so let's get back to the video. I guess the Christians did not want to feel left out. There's so many beautiful temples here, so I guess they thought, we'll build this super ornate church towering over the old town so that everyone can see a little bit of us as well.
As there's lots of alleyways here, a little bit like Beijing, lots of people choose to ride as a scooter because you can't get a car down all the alleyways. But that means that people also ride them on all the paths and on the roads, and it's a little bit chaotic, I'm not gonna lie.
So let's go find somewhere quieter to explore.
So earlier Nico was taking the mick out of me because I described the Confucian temple as confidently understated. Well, I am gonna once again say that this temple also is confidently understated. They've just got these beautiful, bold inscriptions, murals, bits of calligraphy, just very simple plants which are strong but simple. And I think it really shows a confidence in their design choices. They're not trying to be overly showy. They're just saying, boom, here's a bush. Boom, here's a sign. There you go. We are devout.
It's like growing like snakes out of the ground, all like curvy. It's absolutely amazing.
Strong but simple.
Strong but confident. Confidently understated. Jack's word of the video. This tree, it's confident. It knows exactly who it wants to be.
You know what, guys? I think we could all learn a lesson from this tree. Maybe this is something that we could take into our everyday lives. Just be confident in who you are. Be confidently understated. You don't need a flashy car. You don't need a flashy house. You are enough. And show the world that.
Be bamboo.
Be bamboo. Be more bamboo. That is the ultimate sign of confidence.
Wow, I think all these temples have had a profound spiritual effect on Jack.
Just plonked here, on its own, confidently understated.
And they've certainly had a calming effect on me.
And it's just really chill. There's a lovely vibe about it. Very peaceful. I think it's because there's so much greenery inside. Honestly, I love it when temples and nature combine. And it just makes you feel very zen inside.
I've got an idea, guys. Why don't I just sit down and chill out and send Jack off to explore the various Song Dynasty era halls, buildings and courtyards that make up the Chungtian Temple complex.
Oh man, this place is just so cinematic. I could honestly spend the entire day gimbaling here, I reckon.
Gimbaling. Yeah, it has been really beautiful and just very, very relaxing. Trenjo itself is pretty relaxing, apart from, as most cities in China, there are lots of traffic and horns and noise. So it's nice to kind of come and just take a little breather from that and then go back out into the wild world again.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna go take some more shots of this beautiful, beautiful temple.
No, we're like at the exit, man. We've got another stop to go to.
Oh, it's always relentless with this one. Always more to see, innit? So you might have noticed me and Nico haven't really eaten much today, which is usually a key part of traveling, of course, trying the local snacks, trying the local food. Unfortunately, we're both feeling pretty sick. Not feeling good. So we're surviving pretty much off crackers and sugary drinks. Whilst Nico nips the loo, I thought I would just go locate our favourite shop, our favourite purveyor of cheap, sugary beverages, just to give us that bit of energy we need to kick on to the next location.
一杯这个，
满杯百香果，
对，大杯，要冰的
7块，
好吧。
谢谢。
So I got Nico a passion fruit one because she is both passionate and fruity.
Sugary and cold, exactly what I need.
So the sugar's just starting to kick in. I'm feeling pretty energized, but it has simultaneously just started to rain. And you can tell who is tourists and who is locals by the way they're dressed. There's us mugs in our shorts and t-shirts, and all the locals have got rain ponchos stashed away in their scooters. They are prepared for this changeable southern Chinese weather during summer.
Luckily, the rainstorm quickly passed.
Oh, look at that bus.
Oh, it's like a mini tram. That is adorable. This wasn't actually on our list, but here we are, another temple. Literally everywhere you go in Quanzhou, it's temple, temple, mosque, church, temple, temple. Everywhere. It's amazing. I've never seen so much culture in such a short space. No, short space, tight space, small space. That's it. I've never seen so much culture in such a small space. It's amazing.
Well, I think the sugary drink has clearly kicked in.
So while sheltering from another rainstorm, we just stumbled upon Trenjo's bell tower, which is a bell tower or clock tower?
It says bell tower on the map, but I wasn't sure what to expect because there was no picture of it. So, to be honest, I was not expecting this.
Yeah, it's not quite as dynastic, shall we say, as the bell towers in
Xi'an.
Beijing or Xi'an, for example.
Yeah, it's very different.
It is quite different, but I would say it represents more of a modern dynasty, one of that reform and opening up period. It's very like 1980s, 1990s.
Do you know
sort
what
of
I think
future
it
tower.
is? I think it's confident and understated.
It is definitely confident and understated. That's getting a thumbs up from me, confident and understated.
Chaos on that main street. So, you know what they say, find an alley, follow it.
Spoken like a true Hutong Ren.
Compared to Beijing's rigidly laid out hutongs, Trenjo's tight alleys are a little more curved and freeform, perhaps reflecting the more laid-back nature of the city as a whole.
It's a lovely little door, wooden door, isn't it?
very confidently understated, I would say.
I don't think this one's understated. I think this is exaggerated. Confidently exaggerated. Lots of little alleyways. It really feels like we're in Beijing right now. And I don't know the hutongs here in Trenjo because it's my first time. So I've got to check the map. Whereas in Beijing, pro, you know?
And much like Beijing's hutongs, there are lots of cute little shops and stalls where you can pick up some souvenirs for the fam.
Adorable! Well, no trip is complete without a bit of shopping. And to be fair, this is you. Everyone's going to always think it's me that tries to buy the gifts, but it was definitely all you.
Adorable! Maybe I will get some gifts for myself too.
We're not in Beijing anymore.
No, it's busy. To be fair, the sun's gone down. We did hope that we'd get to our last stop by sunset and that hasn't happened. but not for lack of trying. And we didn't come out until quite late today. But honestly guys, you can walk everywhere here. Each stop has been no more than like 15 minutes from our hotel, which was really, really central. You can also, if you don't want to walk, you can get one of the little public buses around that scoots people from site to site. But we've just spent the entire day walking and it's such a walkable city. This is what we came to see. Everyone's giving out a round of applause. The final show. Well done, we made it.
And clearly, we're not the only people who came here to snap a pic of the magnificent twin towers of the Kaiyuan Temple.
Well, it's a popular photo spot with good reason because it's so blimmin' beautiful. I'm good that we got here a little bit too late to go closer and actually see it. But we did get a top tip from our friend earlier, and he said that if you find one of the coffee shops that's got a rooftop, you can go and have a drink and see the beautiful view.
But for the meantime, I think we need to get you home, put you in a bath, and then put you to bed because
Yeah.
you are not looking good, missus.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry, I mean, you are looking good. You just look like you're suffering. I can tell. I can see when my girl is suffering.
I know,
But
guys, I've tried hard. Honestly, this has been an amazing city to wander around, and I've had a really good day despite not feeling 100%.
But don't worry guys, tomorrow we are going to go visit all of the most photogenic spots in Trenjo and it's going to be an absolute blast. So rest up, wifey.
Hyping it up.
Just you guys wait, you are
Tune
in
in
for a
next
treat.
time.
So like, subscribe, do all the things.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.